What up, boys? It's your man, Cuffus, and this today I'm gonna be doing a video on my predictions. This is gonna be a UFC 278 breakdown and prediction video. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get every single one right, but this is just my opinion. And if you agree, comment below, and if you don't agree, comment down below. This fight is a good fight. This is one of those fights that's really hard to break down because Merab's wrestling is just so high level, but then also Aldo's takedown defense is so high level. So I think on the feet, the advantage definitely goes to Aldo. Stamina, definitely Aldo. And I'll say durability goes to Merab since he survived that barrage from Moraes. I just feel like Aldo's takedown defense is going to be a problem. The threat of the elbows and knees and the clinch is going to be a problem for Merab. The leg kicks are definitely going to be a problem for Merab. I think Aldo's going to open the fight up with kicks and knees. I think when he does that, Rob's not gonna be able to find that takedown, and I think it's gonna be an early stoppage for Aldo in the second round. So that's my prediction. This is the fight I'm looking forward to the most. We have Paulo Costa, who is not as active, as they're both not really active fighters. Paulo Costa's been more active. It's just he's very picky when it comes to his fights. He doesn't really accept fights that much, and he doesn't really want to fight down the rankings. But this is definitely a fun fight. I mean, it's fucking crazy, man, because Luke could get knocked out. We don't know if he has a glass chin. We say he has a glass chin, but he only lost he only got knocked by Jan, Vitor Belfort, and Yoel Romero. So those are some heavy fucking hitters, dude. Those aren't pillow fisted people. Those are guys that can knock out a fucking horse. So and do I think Paulo Costa has the power? Absolutely not. I don't think Paulo Costa. I feel like people misunderstand Paulo Costa. It's not his power. It's his pressure and pace that gets him his victories. It is not his power. It is his pressure and how he stays on you like glue. I think this is gonna be a very good fight for Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold, because Luke Rockhold hasn't fought since 2019, guys. Remember, his last fight was 2019, and it was against Jan Blachowicz before he became the light heavyweight champion. That is no bum. That is no joke. That is a guy. He got knocked out by a killer. So I don't think the punches that he got knocked out by would knock out a horse. Those punches that he got knocked out by would knock out anybody. So I feel like people are really hating on Luke Rockhold's chin. They just say he has a weak chin, but he's really getting knocked out by people who are fucking heavy hitters, dude. And I think with his time off, I think he's definitely healed his brain, and he definitely, if quote unquote, healed his chin. So with all this time off, I really do believe his chin's way better now. I also know he's been training a lot of boxing. If you watch his training clips of his sparring, a lot of boxing. His boxing is looking clean, man, and that's what we've been saying for Luke. Is like, yo, man, you gotta improve your boxing and your defense. And look what his training videos. He's been doing that. He's been fixing his mistakes, and I really do believe we're gonna see a prime Luke Rockhold. We're gonna see his old self, and it might be ridiculous, but I really do think he's more skilled than Paulo Costa. I feel like the only problem he has is defense, and I really do hope he improved that, because it looks like he's improving that in training camp. And if he has improved his defense, I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be a hard fight for Paulo Costa, because if we're just basing this fight off of skill, Luke Rockhold is far more skilled than most of the people in his division. His striking is so clean. His kicks are precise. They're hard. They're sharp. He has some dope ass kicks. He can do cool kicks, man. He can do tornado kicks. His wrestling, he has that AKA wrestling, man. His BJJ. He tapped out Michael Bisping. He's such an underrated fighter, man. It's always just been his ego that has been his downfall. Luke Rockhold's ego has always been his downfall. That's why he lost these last two fights. It's because he thought he was a shit and got him knocked out. But I really do believe he's humble now. He's a humble guy. He's training with Chito Vera. He's training with Michael Bisping. He's training with these two killers. And I really do think we're going to see a new version of Luke Rockhold, a far more better and improved version. I think we're going to see the best version of Luke Rockhold we've seen since WEC. And my prediction for this fight is Luke Rockhold. I really do believe he's going to get this win by SPD and unanimous decision. I think it's going to be a clean performance. It's going to be like one of those performances you go, yeah, he won that, definitely. The way I think it's gonna happen is I think Luke Rockhold is gonna open the fight with some takedowns. I feel like first Paul Cox is gonna make Luke Rockhold back up, and then Luke Rockhold is gonna see an opening, get the takedown, and get full guard. He's gonna stay in full guard for a little bit, and I think he's gonna end the round with while being on top in the ground. And round two, we're definitely gonna see Luke Rockhold shine with his kicks, his jabs. We're gonna see improved defense, and yeah, man, I'm going with Luke Rockhold by decision. You might call me dumb, but I'm just picking him. I really am feeling very confident about this pick. But if he gets knocked out, I really won't be surprised. Let's get on to the next pick. The main event of the evening: Usman versus Edwards. Edwards has been begging for that title shot, and he's got what he's wanted. He got what he wanted. I really don't see this fight being that competitive. I just don't see it. I mean, on the other hand, looks like Leon Edwards improved a lot since that first fight because his wrestling looks way better. I mean, watch the Diaz fight. Well, you can't really judge a fighter off of beating Nate Diaz. Diaz is just a terrible fighter. I mean, he's slow, terrible takedown defense. So, but we're not gonna talk about that right now because that fight's not happening for a while. The Diaz fight's not happening for a while. So, we're breaking down Leon Edwards and Usman. So, yeah, his wrestling does look improved. His takedown defense does look improved, but dude, he just hasn't fought someone in the top 5. So I don't understand why this is happening. But yeah, I see this. I don't know, man. This fight's crazy. Usman has improved tremendously since the first fight. I mean, his striking is way more clean. He does have those moments where he swings like a fucking wild guy. He swings like overhands and shit. You know, so some moments he does look a little iffy, but he looked fantastic against Gilbert Burns. That jab was ferocious, but like, then again, that's Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns eats fucking jabs for breakfast every fight. I mean, let's look at the Dan Hooker fight. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, Usman has been looking improved. I mean, every title fight he's had was fucking entertaining. Besides the Tyron Woodley fight, but every fight since the Tyron Woodley fight, bangers, man, bangers on bangers on bangers. 2 wars with Colby Covington, knockouts against Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal. These aren't bad fighters. These are some crazy good fighters. I mean, these are guys with tremendous resumes. I mean, you don't do that to any. Name another fighter that could knock down Colby Covington and bloody him up and match his stamina. You really can't. You just can't name another fighter to do that to him besides Kamaru Usman. But then we have Leon Edwards on the other hand with his sharp kicks and accurate punches. And I really do feel like if anybody is going to beat Usman, it's going to be Leon Edwards. And I really do feel like the leg kicks by Leon Edwards and the clinch is going to be a very, very big problem for Usman to solve. Because Leon Edwards, hopefully, I don't know, I think he has improved his takedown defense. I mean, he's looked tremendous in all his fights since the Usman fight. I mean, if you watched that fight with Gunnar Nelson, that was a clean performance. I mean, if anybody has the style to stop the winning streak of Usman, it's definitely Leon Edwards or Khamzat Chimaev. But this is Leon Edwards we're talking about here. And there was a moment in this last fight that kind of made us go, what the hell? And that was him getting rocked by Nate Diaz. But I don't think Nate Diaz has power, and I don't think Leon Edwards has a bad chin. What I think happened when he got stunned by him, I think he was feeling a little too confident. He felt a little too at home, you know. He felt too cozy. He was like, yeah, I won every round, fine. Boom, he's rocked, you know. That's what I think happened there. And it's annoying when everyone's just assuming that Usman's going to knock him out just because of that one moment. When, in my opinion, that was a fluke. Okay, I'm sorry, it was a fluke. Sorry, Nate Diaz fans. But, man, I'm really nervous for this fight because I really do like Kamaru Usman. But Leon Edwards' elbows are very vicious and dangerous. His leg kicks, his new defense is for takedowns is amazing. I mean, I don't know about his boxing. His boxing is like in the middle. It's not as good as Usman's. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. His box just isn't his main thing. It's his kickboxing and Muay Thai. They're main things for Leon Edwards. And if I if I really did want to bet money on this fight, you could really bet money on both because these guys are looking tremendous. But the only we can't really lean so much towards Leon Edwards because he hasn't really beaten the likes of a Gilbert Burns or Hamza Chimaev or Colby Covington or Jorge Masvidal or Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And he had that bad moment with Bilal Edwards. And look at Bilal Edwards. He's top 5 now. He's beaten everybody. He beat Vicente Luque first, and everybody picks Luque in that fight. And then also, Leon Edwards beat Luque. That was a good fight too. But man, this is a hard fight to pick because you could really make arguments for both of these fighters. You could say, "Oh, this guy's improved this," but what he improved this. You can just go on for days on what they've improved. But let's get on to my prediction. I am picking Kamaru Usman to win this fight. I mean, how can you not? His resume, the people he's fought, his performances. I mean, it's really hard not to pick him. It's really hard to pick against him since Leon Edwards really hasn't fought those killers. Yes, he beat RDA. Yes, he beat Gunnar Nelson. But look at RDA right now, man. That was a prime RDA who he beat. And RDA is a lightweight. And if you really want to say like Kamaru Usman beat lightweights, I mean, look at Leon Edwards. He's beating Diaz. Fucking, he beat RDA. Those are two lightweights, man. And you can't really be biased. You can't just say Usman only fought lightweights when so has Leon Edwards. And it's really frustrating that Edwards is getting this title fight after beating Nate Diaz and getting a doctor's. I think it was a no contest against Bilal Edwards. I mean, come on, why is he getting the title shot here? This is stupid. You know what I mean? I don't hate Leon Edwards. I just don't think he deserves it as much as people like. Don't laugh, but Bilal Muhammad or Hamza Chimaev, look, I don't really like Bilal Muhammad, but Bilal Muhammad is on a roll. He's beating names. He's beating Vicente Luque. He's beating Damian Maya. Then he beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I mean, those are way better names than Nate Diaz and fucking RDA. I mean, sorry, man. I'm just sorry. Those are better fights, man. Those are better names. Sorry to break it to you guys, but I just see this fight. The way I see this fight going is just Usman pressuring the first round. They take their time. They don't go to war right away. And I think Leon Edwards wins the first round quite easily with his jabs and his kicks. Then we just see the domination of Usman come back. We see that Usman, he's in his prime. He's a dog right now. He's considering fighting Canelo Alvarez. This guy's very fucking confident in his fucking abilities, dude. This guy's crazy. This guy's going wild. I just see Usman slamming Leon Edwards like right now. I don't see him knocking him out. That's fucking ridiculous. I mean, that's a stupid take. I don't see him knocking Edwards out anytime soon. I just don't. But I do see him getting the takedowns quite easily because he is the best American wrestler in the division. I think he's better than Colby Covington. I'm sorry. His wrestling style is so much more different than Colby Covington's. When Colby Covington wrestles, he just wants to lay on you and then touch your face a tiny bit really soft just to get some points. When Usman does, he wants to break your fucking neck. That's what he wants to do. He's ruthless, man. I just see Usman getting up 40, 50, 40, 50, I don't know. It's just going to be 4-1. I think he's going 4 out of 5 rounds. This is going to be a dominant title defense, and it's not going to be very difficult at all. I'm sorry, Leon Edwards. I get it. Leon Edwards fans, I get it. You guys love your guy. You guys are begging for him to get the title shot. He got it. Your request has been fulfilled. But I don't see this going anywhere for Leon Edwards. I really do think Edwards is good and he's heavily underrated, but I'm not underestimating him. I did say he's really good. I did break down all of his ways of victory and how he is the hardest match for Usman. But I just don't see this going well for him. I just don't see him winning. I mean, he has the tools to beat Usman, but I just don't see it happening. Usman is just on another level right now. If he wins this and beats Hamza Chimaev, I'm sorry, but he's the greatest welterweight of all time, and he's on his way to GOAT status. I think even not even division GOAT status. He's on his way to GOAT status with the people he's beating and the way he's doing it. This guy's very impressive, and I'm picking Kamaru Usman by decision, and that's my final picks.